How's it gaming, guys? I'm Phil in the Blanks, and welcome to new Ghostbusters 2. And if this looks very different than the Ghostbusters 2 game you might have grown up on the NES, that's because this is the European and Japanese version that never came out in North America. We got a completely different game. This is made by HAL Laboratory, the guys who made Kirby. It is really different and really good, and really a shame that we never got it here. Big thanks to a good friend of mine for gifting me this. He lives in Europe and was able to get me this copy, and I cannot believe it runs in the Retron because it's completely different region coding. It runs at 50 frames per second instead of the usual 60 frames per second, so I didn't know the Retron could handle European games, so I'm very happy. Anyways, let's get in there. You can pick all your favorite Ghostbusters, and I mean all of them. For once, Winston is actually in the video game, and also Lewis is in the video game, so we are going to be playing as Lewis, because why the hell not? And we're gonna play as Winston as well, because you can pick two characters, and Winston never gets to be in the games. So, you know what, there we go. The other ones can, like, Egon's my favorite, but I like using different characters. So here we go. It is a top-down game where you control the main character. So right now I'm controlling Lewis, and Winston has the pack, and he follows you around, and one button is the proton pack, and the other button is the little trap. And you work together to get the ghost. It's really super interesting, and it's very arcade-like. This feels to me like the whole thing is get every ghost in every room, continue on to the next room. This reminds me like it's like a top-down bubble bobble. You know what I mean? I really enjoy it. It's very different. And the chibi characters look really adorable and really cute. The music is really great. It sounds like something Konami would do. A lot of the music is very Konami. And we're good, and we just tell it where the arrow goes. So this is it has a very big arcade feel. I would have loved to have seen a sequel with the Super Nintendo, excuse me, with like abilities and stuff like that, but this is just great. And so this is the kind of thing where, like, seeing a Japanese company deal with Ghostbusters versus an American company dealing with Ghostbusters, back in the day anyways. Nowadays, American companies have gotten like their own feel on how to make video games, but back in the 80s, a lot of Western games would come out and they weren't great. A lot of Japanese games were like that too, but they'd stay in Japan, so we didn't really notice as much. But basically, one company, I forget who now, oh geez, Acclaim? I have no idea. Maybe LJN got the rights for the North American version of the Ghostbusters games. So in Japan and Europe, they got this one instead, made by HAL, and it's just such a difference. I feel bad because we like never really got a lot of good Ghostbusters games back in the day, except for the Sega Genesis one. But it's weird looking at the differences. Like Ghostbusters 1, for example, on the NES, you had the whole like, you gotta upgrade your car and do this, and there's a map and timing. It's like, why are you overcomplicating things? This is Ghostbusters. Do you know what we want to do in a Ghostbusters game? We want to bust ghosts. And I like this simple approach to it because it works. It's super fun. The game, if you play it like just once, it's pretty difficult right away. It doesn't seem it, but it can be pretty hard, only because the whole idea is that you need to learn how each ghost kind of moves around. Again, very bubble bobble. You only have one hit, then you're dead. You have 3 lives, then it's game over. You do have 3 game overs, I think. And I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'll do it. Then it gets really easy, really fast. You get really used to it. Each type of ghost moves differently. This like zombie guy just moves until he hits a wall, then turns, I think, right. There we go, we're at the first boss already. I've been rambling that long. There's only 5 bosses and kind of a 6, or 5 levels, not 5 bosses. There's 5 levels and then like a last boss sort of thing. But yeah, we got the courthouse ghosts from the movie. Some of the areas and stuff are directly from Ghostbusters to the movie. Some really kind of aren't. I don't really know the Ghostbusters 2 movie very well, so maybe I'm wrong, and maybe there was a minecart level. You'll see that in the next level. But the courthouse is there, the sewers is there. But yeah, like I said, that music is very Konami. But yeah, this game, I wouldn't say it got easy fast, but it doesn't take too long to get fairly decent at it. It's just a game about really learning how everything moves and how everything goes, and it becomes a lot easier. So the first time you're gonna get surprised by a lot of things because like this thing acted this way or something like that. For example, in this one, you'll see ghosts in minecarts. So, you know, if you played it before, you're not going to get hit by them. The first time you're playing it, there you go. So, really fun, though. Like I said, I like a lot of simplistic arcade-style games for the old systems. I think they did a good job. And I find a lot of companies sometimes overcomplicated things. And sometimes it was cool, because, like, look at Die Hard. I played Die Hard last year for Christmas, and that easily could have just been a you shoot things, you move on kind of game. But no, they thought of something really neat, and some people might say overcomplicated things. I think it worked really, really well. Ooh, a secret thing. But this is a perfect example of simple is better. Super neat. Is that repeating? Yes, it is. Yeah, okay, it is. Yeah, I should go to the right. A little bit maze-like, I guess, but I mean, I think it's the only time it ever does this in the game, so. Yeah, only 5 levels. The first 2 levels are really short. Then the third level, I think that's my only problem, is the third level is very repetitive, and you'll see that when we get there. But no, I really like this. I was really happy to play it. It's one of those I was like, I don't know if I ever kind of will, because like European exclusives, like I tend to not deal with them very much, because a lot of times you need special things, because they run like at 50 frames per second. They need special TV or whatever. But I didn't know the Retron could handle that, so it's neat. It's actually one of the reasons why I like Master System games so much, because regardless of region, they all work on all versions of the console, and they run all the same pretty much. So I've got a lot of European Master System games. I think most of my Master System games are from Europe. And then you got Game Boy, and that didn't matter. You could get a Game Boy game from any place. There's no region coding on it, which is awesome. But yeah, I hope you guys' Halloween has been going well. Ours is pretty good. I mean, not much to say. It's not like Christmas where it's like kind of takes over a week or whatever. Just really the day. But do you guys have any plans? Are you trick-or-treating? Are you young enough to go trick-or-treating without someone looking at you weird? Are you older and trick-or-treating because you're just that kind of person? Or are you staying home, giving out candy? Kid and I are going out trick-or-treating with James, obviously. He'll be 3 very soon. So he's going to have a lot of fun doing that. Getting candy, and then Mom and Dad get to choose the stuff we want. No, but we get the stuff that he, like, maybe shouldn't eat too much of, or is like a big jawbreaker wouldn't be good for someone his age, that kind of thing. Yeah, we just kind of go around our little neighborhood, not very long, visit friends that live close by, and Kate's mom is going to be here to give out treats while we're gone, so that we're not just an empty house, and that way kids definitely get something. Slimer, die. Slimer, there we go. And... ooh, oh no, it's just a ghost train. Cute idea for a little boss, though. I like that. Pretty neat. And yeah, the next level is the level that I'm not a big... like, I get it. It's an apartment complex. You know what I mean? Like, it's... like... well, not an apartment complex, but it's a very large skyscraper, so you see these rooms a lot, basically, and you just kind of go up the floors, and it's just very, very over and over again. But this is I think the level that starts getting somewhat difficult. Like, up to this point, I think most people can get through it without getting maybe a game over or something, but this is where I was like, oh wow, there's lots of, you know, different types of bad guys, and they can really surprise you. There's ninjas in this level too. But music's really, really hectic too, I find. So yeah, like I said, this game runs at 50 frames per second because it's a European game, which is really weird. I never really knew why European stuff ran like that. Just different technology, I guess. I have no idea. But I've played European versions of games that I grew up with, and you can really tell. Like, you're slowing the game by, like, 1/6. This game I've never played before, so I'm not noticing the difference. So I bet if I ever got a Japanese version of this game, it would feel way too fast for me, because I wouldn't be used to it. So, the fact that it's a little bit slower means it's probably a little bit easier than if it had come out in North America. So, well, we got some mini-bosses. With these guys here, just... you need to approach them kind of from the side if you can, because as you can tell, they go right down. Ooh, that was close. I thought you were going to keep going to the left. But as soon as you hit anything with your proton pack, oh, there's the ninjas. It immediately freezes the ghosts, and you can walk through them while they're frozen like that. So, you know, take your time. You really only have to really rush when there's, as I say as I'm rushing here, when there's more than one ghost around you and you're in danger of getting hit by a ghost while taking out another ghost. It doesn't actually happen that often. As long as you take things one at a time, it's not super hard in that sense, you know? Like here, just these little weird cheruby angel guys kind of stick to one place with their spears, so, you know, don't go where the spears are. Later on, they do start moving, but, like, you just go around. A lot of flicker in this game. A lot of flicker. Ooh, that was really close. Yeah, a lot of flicker in this game. But, I mean, there's actually, like, a lot going on, too. And up we go. There we go, we got another part with these, ball and chain guys, 2 of them now. Just kind of go. Okay, take one out, and then you can just go right side. Very easy. Obviously, your secondary character cannot get hurt, so I'm gonna take that. Ooh, shit. Okay, first death. First death, I think. Damn ninjas. No, you're dead. And you'll notice now we're starting to repeat screens or mirrored versions of each screen sometimes, and I find that it's okay. I mean, this is like the longest level too, because you're going up the skyscraper. The little blobs, they look like they belong in Star Tropics 2. Very cute. Yeah, it's such a shame we didn't get this one. It's like Back to the Future. There are a lot of awful Back to the Future games that came out in North America, and there was one amazing one for the Super Nintendo, and it never came out here. I do want to get my hands on that game, because I love Back to the Future. Check these guys, little pumpkin heads. There we go. Oh, just rushed in. Careful, careful, careful. Ooh, that's working. Being bold works. And, okay, now these guys fly around. They kind of have a square that they kind of fly around in, and they stick to that square. Where are you? There you go. So as long as you kind of stay out of their way and just attack. Also, enemies tend to not move when they're off screen, so come here. I'll just wait it out. They'll just repeat this pattern. They won't, like, actively hunt you down. So obviously some enemies definitely do. The pumpkin heads are a little bit like that. The slimes kind of do, but I mean, they're pretty easy. They only move, like, one tile at a time. There we go. Nice. Pretty simple, pretty simple. But I do like the idea. Like I said, if they hadn't ever made a sequel to the Super NES for this, like more levels, like maybe a little world map, really much more epic bosses, abilities and upgrades. Like, complicated a little bit. I know I said that simple's better, but like I think there's a lot you could do with this formula. So it's not a very long game. It's like a little bit more than a half an hour. So they didn't do a whole lot with it, but I mean, considering this is just like a random little NES game based on Ghostbusters 2, pretty good. Pretty good. Coming. Okay, and there we go. See what I mean? See about one at a time. It's really not hard. Just gotta take your time. The last level now, that throws a lot of enemies at you. You just go right behind you. Take that, dumb ghosts. I still gotta watch the new Ghostbusters stuff. I watched the reboot, the all-female reboot. It was fine. I don't have a nostalgic, like, connection at all to Ghostbusters, so I looked at it a little bit more, I don't know, objectively than I think some people did. And it's not a good movie by any means, but it's just like, whew, the hate that one got. And a lot of it was undeserved, but at the same time, it was not a very good movie. So, I kind of get it. But I haven't watched, what was it called, Afterlife? I don't know. People were just excited, I'm just like, I couldn't really care. I should watch it one of these days. I mean, it is Halloween, so just check it out. I watched the first one a couple times. I don't know why, I just could never get into Ghostbusters. It's clearly a great idea. I loved the cartoon when I was growing up. I remember being, like, legitimately, like spooked out and creeped out by a lot of the stuff in that. It was one of those shows that was, like, on in the morning before school, where I'm from. We're in the East Coast, right? So stuff that would be, like, airing at, like... Actually, no. That'd be, like, midnight. Well, not midnight, but, like, 4 in the morning. like California, it would be like 9 a.m. here. Anyways, whatever. It aired at weird times. It was like really early for us. And every so often I get up early enough to watch it. And the animation was gorgeous. I remember that. And I always laughed that the voice of Venkman was Garfield. And then Bill Murray went and voiced Garfield in the live action movie. I always thought that was like a really fun, circular kind of, I don't know, happenstance that just happened to happen. I love that little silly thing. But no, I liked the cartoon a lot more than I liked the movie. I didn't like the movie when I was a kid, but I mean, it wasn't really a kid's movie, I guess. And I was one of those kids that like didn't really care for the adult humor, and so I didn't get it, obviously. But I was just like, this is boring. I'd rather watch a cartoon. Here's the boss. Not much of a boss. Just the scene where she gets the baby. Oh no. And that's it. No boss. It's alright. But yeah, no, so because of that, like, I don't think I watched Back to the Future until I was like 16. Star Wars, same thing. I don't know. I was all about cartoons as a kid. Just, that was it. So, I didn't really like a lot of the stuff that a lot of kids my age liked. I'm weird. I didn't watch the Turtles movies, like, when I was a kid. I watched the third one, and I remember being like, this wasn't great. Then as I got older and I started watching them, like, I only watched RoboCop for the first time when I was like 20. Like, I'm so weird. So now we're at the sewers here. It's not a super hard level, it's just more of an annoying level, just because of the tides, not tides, but the movement of the sewage. See, it slows you down. So, other than that, a lot of the enemies are just mud monsters that come out of the slime to throw things at you. Very Star Tropics. So, nothing crazy. The boss in this one I find is, there's a lot to it. I mean, it's simple, but at the same time, there's a lot going on. So, but the last level that we just did was definitely the longest level. So, definitely won't be as long now. Love that music. Really, really good. The problem with a lot of licensed games is you just never see them anymore, or like again. Like once the license is done, it's very rare for the license to come back, like for people to renew them. Though that is starting to become a lot more frequent. I mean, look at all the Disney games that are being not remade. I mean, some of them are, like DuckTales from 10 years ago, and you got Gargoyles that just came out. But even just the fact that they're being re-released, they're being re-released at all is a pretty big deal. Like the friggin' Jungle Book, Aladdin, Lion King collection, Turtles, like the Turtles games, like the fact that Konami got all the licenses back to like re-release this stuff, that's really great. But there's some licenses you can tell will never come back, and like I don't think HAL will ever bring this game out again. I don't think anyone cares enough. But the same even with the North America ones, like they weren't well received, so why would they renew the license for a game that no one liked? So I guess a couple years ago, geez, like 10 years ago, they brought out GoldenEye again, and now GoldenEye is available on Xbox One and Series X and the Switch. Like, so I guess if a game has like transcended the movie video game curse and has become something special, like it can happen. I mean, GoldenEye is a perfect example. Like, it's an adequate Bond movie, and that's it. But like the game, geez, the game was a phenomenon. Like that type of stuff does not happen very often, where the game just overshadows. I can't believe I get hurt there. Overshadows the movie license completely. I'm trying to think of others, because there are others where the maybe not overshadows, but I do say the X-Men Wolverine Origins game for the Xbox 360 and PS3 is miles better than the movie. Like, it's really good. But it also was in development before the movie was. It wasn't supposed to be like based on the movie. It was supposed to be its own thing. But the game was way better than the movie was. I can't really think of any others. You probably can. I know there's a lot, but I can't think of any for some reason. Oh, well, not really big deal. There's some that are just really, really good. They don't overshadow the movies they're based off, but they're just good. Batman Returns for Super NES is a great one. Batman in general usually have very good games. The Spider-Man 2 game for like the GameCube and PS2 back in the day, like that was great. Didn't overshadow the movie, but was great by itself in general. I said Jurassic Park got okay video games too. There was a lot of them. That's the same with Ghostbusters. The way they just like. There were so many versions of these games. There's so many Ghostbusters games. So many Jurassic Park games. and is like you had to really handpick which ones were good. Like the Sega Genesis one, Jurassic Park and Rampage Edition, those were like the good, in my opinion, the good ones for Jurassic Park. And then you had like, I don't know, there was a Super Nintendo top-down one. I never played that one. Don't know if it's any good. But there's a lot of like weird edutainment kind of things, like the 3DO and Philips CDI for Jurassic Park. That was so weird. No, I think just because it's based on a movie does not mean it's going to be bad. I know that's like the consensus, and it's because it usually is, but a lot of good video games. I think RoboCop deserves a good video game. I think there's a new one coming out, but the old RoboCop games weren't very good, so it'd be nice if he got something decent. And the best RoboCop game is Mortal Kombat 11. Oh, here's the boss. So this is, I don't know their names, jeez. But basically they shoot fire. If you attack it before it shoots fire, it won't show fire. But as long as you're not kind of in the middle of where it is, of the sprite, then you should be okay. Step to the side a little bit. And whenever you kill one, another one pops up. There's always 3. And then near the end, there'll be 4 at one point. And then it'll dwindle down 3, 2, 1. But it's a cool boss. Like I said, it's not like crazy difficult. And you don't have to suck them up. I don't know. Ah, damn. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not sucking them up. Because only one of them is real. It's only the very end. So now there's 4 of them. Jeez, that flicker is nuts. There's only 3. Grab 1. Okay. And just the 1 left. And this is the last one. You'll be able to actually get into the trap. Look at that. Once it turns green. There we go. I like that level. It's pretty cool. Grab a drink. Alright. Alright, Lewis. Tully, I think his last name is? Here we go. The museum. So, funnily enough, we're past it now. I should have mentioned this. I just brought it up in my mind. The first level, because I've never seen Ghostbusters 2. I had to look up a little synopsis to kind of like see what was happening in the movie. I didn't realize it was a courtroom. I thought it was a movie theater. I don't know why. So I was like, I saw bits of the movie, and I was like, oh, it's a courtroom. That makes sense. And all the chairs and stuff. For some reason, I thought it was a theater. I'm so weird and dumb. Even this kind of looks like a theater. Old-timey theater, just because the I don't know what they're called. These little things, like the bank has them, or the rope, the lines where you keep I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely a museum. But the music here is really creepy. You see a lot of the enemies from the older levels are back. And they just throw you into some more dangerous situations. There's just a lot more enemies per room in this one. But just take your time. We'll probably die, but I mean, it is what it is. Then you get the last boss. Oh no, not the last boss, sorry. The boss and then the last boss. Jeez, a lot of these guys right now. Ooh, that was close. It's hard too when they're bunched up to see like which Ghostbuster you are, but it's not too difficult. There we go. Slimer. There's a lot of orange in this level. It's weird. There we go. Thankfully, it's not like the apartment level where it just looks like you're repeating the rooms over and over again. Ooh, that was close. Is the poster there supposed to be for Ghostbusters? Because it kind of looks like the 4 of them are like standing together a little bit. Come on, hey, Winston. The AI is a little weird because he follows you around. But the second you have a ghost, like held on, he'll try to get as close as possible. But the pathing is a little weird, as you can see. In this level, you can really tell. So just kind of wait around until your secondary character, your trapper, kind of gets into a good position. Careful, the moving Slimers do like to throw things at you. I cannot believe that didn't hurt me. Careful. Oh, jeez, okay. Yeah. They sort of aim for you, sort of don't. In this one, like when they throw things, but you just gotta be careful when you approach them, obviously. And I think they return with a couple of bosses, too. Like, exactly, right here. There we go. And very easy. It's hard to believe that was the boss in the first level. That's how easy that was. We got the ghosties. This guy's like... They aim for you, but only when you kind of get close to them. But they're pretty easy, as long as you don't let them group up. Which might be happening. Crap. Oh, no, we should be fine. Okay, good. And all the normal enemies, like, you don't need to freeze them for a certain amount of time. Once you free... Come on, Winston. There we go. God, what was I saying? Yeah, they just need to be zapped for a split second. They don't have, like, life. It's not Luigi's Mansion. Ooh, that was close. I really should be doing this by the side. There we go. The chainsaw guys do come after you pretty quickly, but they never seem to be, like, good at what they're doing, so they're never really a threat. Careful here. You can see that in the portraits when it's orange. Two more. We're right near the end. We're gonna fight the weird heads. I think like mannequin heads. We fought them on the ghost train on the second level. And that'll be the end of it. Oh, I think we still have to fight one of the ball and chain guys, I think. Oh, then we got the running around zombie man. There you go. Come here. There we go. Nice. I like how there's a lot of different types of monsters too. Come on, fit through there. Oh, jeez, that's close. I've been doing pretty good. Like, it's not super hard to get through this without a game over, but I've only done it a couple times, so I'm pretty happy. Thankfully, if you do get game over, you don't start over. You start a couple screens beforehand, I think. Here we go. Get to the side. Not difficult. There we go. Oh, got another life, so we should be fine. So I'm definitely going to die against the next boss. I find it fairly difficult. Last boss is pretty easy. What's his name? Vigo in the painting. I think that's his name. Really should watch Ghostbusters 2. Haven't had the time. Too busy with Mario Wonder and Baldur's Gate 3. Oh my gosh. All the games come out at the same time. There's also Spider-Man 2 just came out, which I still need to play Miles Morales. But still so expensive, I find. I'm waiting to see if it'll go on sale for like Black Friday or something. Which is end of November, yeah. For you Americans, it's right after Thanksgiving. It's like the day after Thanksgiving or something like that, or close to it. In Canada, our Thanksgiving is actually in October. We already had ours. So you don't have the whole get everyone for Thanksgiving, and then like if you work retail, you're immediately already, you know, here's family, then you gotta go work retail, or like, I don't know. I find that is insane. Like how close together everything is. Also, Black Friday isn't as big in Canada. It's starting to get bigger, but in America, you get all the crazy crowds, and some of the deals are insane. In Canada, it's like, here's a couple savings, but you're not gonna like, oh, it's March, I'm gonna wait for Black Friday. Like, you're not gonna wait that long because Black Friday deals aren't that good. So a lot of people, I have family that went down to like Bangor to do their Black Friday stuff. Because we live so close to the border anyways, right? So, here we go! No ghosts in this room. We are at the very end. No more little ghosts, just some bosses, and that'll be the end of it. So in here, we have... I don't know, they look like the big-headed Three Stooges or something. They're terrifying to look at, really. But it doesn't matter which one you take out. Once all three of them are out, and they aren't flashing like this, you can grab one, and the other two will start shooting at you. I like to go back to where I was, because that'll force them to kind of shoot kind of where you were, so you kind of know their pattern. Like this. Ooh. It's just easier that way. I think if you're always constantly moving around to dodge actively, then it's harder. By doing this, you're leading the shots, and it's just a lot easier. There we go. It's like the last boss. You pretty much know you're nearing the end when they stop like being cloned, basically. I messed that up. Oh my gosh. Really, really good. I'm very happy. Damn. Yeah, that was stupid of me. But I should be okay for lives. I mean, don't take it for granted, obviously, but... Damn. Damn. Ah, I'm still splitting. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's a good angle. Easy to avoid. Oh, that was really close. Not as easy as I thought. Come on, stop. or is it good? Oh, this is good. Perfect. Oh, no. How did that not hit me? I'm very, very lucky. Jesus, this guy keeps going. Yeah, this is the easiest one for me. There we go. Oh, yeah, we're at the end. Now it's really easy, because there's only one guy shooting at you, so who cares? There we go, and then once you get him, there's no more shooting at you. Bam. Oh, so he becomes a little guy. I really should watch the movie, I think. Yay! There we go. Now, last boss. So I still have 4 lives. We're doing great. This is very Magus from Chrono Trigger, eh? Here we go. Not a great looking area. This part looks good. The top here. Hello. We're waiting. Worst lava ever. It looks okay. Like, he looks fine. I think it's the eyes. The eyes are very bugged out. So you can kind of keep your laser on him for a little bit, and you'll get a lot of damage on him. I guess it's damage. I don't know. But then it'll. You can only hold on to him for so long before it cuts out. You can't get close enough to him when has the circles around. So I just kind of go in there, hold on to him, back off. He's really easy, as you can see. Just side to side. In the movie, didn't they shoot slime at things? Wasn't that a thing? I remember the slime or the ooze was a big deal in the movie, I think. Also, wasn't there a part with, like, the Statue of Liberty? I'm surprised that's not in this, actually, now that I think about it. I think that was even in the bad version of the game for North America. Huh, it's a shame they didn't do something with that. Yeah, I think when I'm done this, I'm gonna watch the movie just to say I did. Probably should have done that before, the other way around, but I don't know. There's always kind of a charm of playing a video game based on a movie you've never seen. Oh, there we go. That was it. That was it. He's dead. I think I got another life out of that, too. It sounds like I did. There's the baby! Hello, baby. Okay, bye. Love it, we just leave. Like, the baby's fine. Deal with it. That was new Ghostbusters 2. Awesome. But, all in all, for what... There's the Statue of Liberty. I knew it. For what this is, I think they did a really good job. How Laboratory of all people, too. It's so weird. I'm gonna watch. I want to see if Sakurai worked on this. I don't think he was with. I don't think he was in the gaming industry at this point because he was only like 19 when he made Kirby, and that was 1992. So yeah, he would only been like 15 when this game came out. So yeah, we're not gonna see him in the credits. I just forget how young he was when he did all this incredible stuff. Good version of the theme song too. Jun Ishikawa, pretty sure that's the sound composer for the old Kirby games. Which would explain why the soundtrack is so good. Satoru Iwata, oh my god, Satoru Iwata worked on a Ghostbusters game. Incredible. It's a cute little ending. This might have been why I thought I had the idea that it was a theater. Because the opening starts at a theater as well, so maybe that's why. I don't know. It's cute though, little silliness at the end. And all test players, and you too. Me too? Thanks, HAL Laboratory. And that's it? Yep, perfect. Alright, well thanks for joining me, guys. I still have one thing left for Halloween. That'll be tomorrow. With that though, I'm Fill in the Blanks. I'll see you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.